obviously they both feel called into some kind of service, some self-sacrificing service of their fellow man and of their idea of what God is. They're obviously drawn into that conversation about what is a life of service, what is a life of faith, and what is God. And they get given very different opportunities. I think that's kind of where their similarities end, really. I would say that Father Rodriguez approaches his mission with a certain certainty and a certain arrogance, maybe, and a certain egotism and unconscious longing for his own glory in the form of martyrdom and sainthood. And Desmond approaches his own vocation with tremendous humility, with a knowing that he's weak, and knowing that he has the capacity to do injury to his fellow man. And I think it's because of that humility and because of that awareness of his own humanity, he's then given the support and given the opportunity to do these incredible divine acts. I do believe he was being given divine help on that battlefield. Yeah, you know, they're men of certain age. Obviously, Mel's a little younger than Marty, but they're men of certain age, and I think they've lived right in the sense that as they've gotten older, they've gotten softer. That's my experience. The edges, they're firm inside, but on the outside, they're permeable, malleable, and I don't know, wise. There's a wisdom, you know. I mean, obviously Mel's a few years behind Marty, but Marty's got to this place, it feels like in his life, where he's in greater acceptance of who he is. And I think part of making this movie was a big part of that process for him, was acceptance of his own humanity. To be an elder, not to be an old person, being an old person just happens, but to be an elder is a very different thing. And I think to be an elder, you have to integrate all aspects of yourself by the time by the time the exit door starts flashing. And that's the journey that he's on for sure. And he's integrating all aspects of himself and knowing them all and giving them all to us as an audience. And that's what he's devoted his life to, and inspiring being around him. And the same as Mel, you know, obviously Mel's had his challenges and he has worked. You know, he's done the work. He's still with us, and he's made a film of profound beauty and profound love. He's turned a war film into a love story. Someone can't. Not everyone can do that. Only someone who's been to war in their own way and who has survived it. You know.